got ridden out in a couple weights, full periods, took our time, got to be punctual, weren't punctual, and you got to score takedowns. You got to be able to hold up. And we did not show any of that tonight. And we got one win, and we got to build. We're going to Lincoln, Nebraska next week, and we got to move forward, but we got to improve.
Is that discrepancy in takedowns, is that something that they were able to do, or is that something that you guys just weren't able to, impose your offense?
They wrestle a style that if you're trying to stay on the perimeter of their stalk, that's how I would describe it. You're going to keep taking it. And you got to give some back. And you got to stop it now. And it goes from hard slaps to the head, all the way to dictating pace, all the way to dictating how you're stalking. And when you're going forward, you can score points. When you're on the perimeter of that stalk, it's hard. You're going backwards when you got to get penetrating. We don't want to get into a clinic here, but got to improve.
Is that something that you've seen from your guys in the room, able to attack that sort of strategy?
Sorry to interrupt you. I think that we have the right guys to do the job. There is a gap between Iowa and Penn State, and that's my job, program's job, coach's job, to close that gap and overcome. We have the right guys.
With Penn State, this is 5 for them, 4 national titles. You mentioned that gap. What is key in closing that gap?
All the things that I said about how you get yourself back into a match if things aren't going your way, right away in the sport. When the whistle blows, hey, I got to wake up. Right away, and you have to make those adjustments. You have to. And you saw a lot of, and when I say a lot, there were matches where, one takedown at the end wins. And we were wrestling really, really hard for 45 seconds in the third period at the end. And you got to do that the entire match. And when you're doing that the entire match, you will have things go your way.
What did you like from Nasir in his match?
Steady improvement. The last match that he wrestled, not how he wants to represent himself. He owned it and got better and moved on, and here we are. Result was good, and we can keep building. We can keep building. At the beginning of the night, we talked about when you get an opportunity, as this season, as we get into this part of the season, when you get an opportunity to put the clamps on somebody and put them away, you got to put them away. And in this duel, that's really, really important. He had that opportunity. So the lone winner here has a lot to work on as well.
Drake's had, I think, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. He's down to 4 and 5 on the year, but what's key to getting him back on track with the Big Ten schedule that's going to still continue to be difficult?
Go to work the next day, and he does that. We have the right guys. Drake Ayala is the right guy. This isn't just me, water off a duck's back. That's not what I'm saying. We have the right guy there with Drake Ayala.
What makes you believe top to bottom your guys are there, even though you said as a team Penn State has you guys?
I did not say from top to bottom that our guys were there. I said that we have the guys in that wrestling room to do the job. I didn't say top to bottom our guys are right there. I said that Penn State comes with a style where they're hustling and they wrestle hard and they're wrestling to score points. And that's the gap. And when you're I'll describe it again. Make sure your camera's running. When you're on the periphery of that stalk, you're going to have a hard time getting your offense off. And when you're on the other side of that pace, you're going to have a hard time getting your offense off. And we wrestled hard for 45 seconds in the third period. And if we get the takedown, now you still got to keep him down to beat him. Just not a good way, just not a good recipe to win tough matches. And I'll say it again, your camera running starts right here. Starts right here.
Gabe gets the start at 174 tonight. What goes into that decision, and what do you kind of glean from that match?
Best thing for Petrik Kennedy, best thing for the team. Petrik Kennedy is our 74-pounder.
At 184, what was your understanding of the stall call on Angelo, and is that something that you guys have worked with him before on, wrestling from a knee, and is that a call you expect to be made throughout the rest of the season?
That one, I'm probably going to nitpick the referee, but I'm on the wrong side of that one. Again, if you look at how hard he wrestled at the end, I mean, you got to be on that pace and on that where you're on a guy and you got him backpedaling, and then we aren't worrying about that. The one knee, that's his style. That's his style. But I'm not on one knee waiting for a guy. I'm on one knee stalking, threatening. If I'm talking to Angelo Ferrari right now, hey, we got to fake more. We got to fake more. We couldn't get to a strong control tie underhooks where we can get that. He had a couple good looks, but we need to fake. We need to get that guy reacting.
Two more.
That guy was faking on us in the end. So our feet were a little heavy there. So, hey, Angelo Ferrari and Ben Keeter, they watched some of their teammates go down, a lot of them. And sometimes that's hard, and that's a lesson in itself. That's unlike any duel that I've been in since I've been the coach here. And we've been beat up before, but not like that.
Tom, is this a quick fix? Is this something that offensively you can turn around and it'll be different against Nebraska?
This is wrestling. There is no such thing as a quick fix.